balls so dry, they explode like dust. Suck my balls, suck my balls.
You must suck my golf balls. Mommy?
Yes?
Suck my balls.
You got a lot of growing up to do, buddy. Suck my balls.
Sorry I'm different, but you can just suck my clit and my balls. You know what? You know what? That's what. Suck my clit and balls. I don't have to suck your balls. Before this day is over, you will suck my balls. Suck my balls, fat ass. I will. I will suck your balls, Kyle. And I will get down on my knee and I will suck your balls. I'll suck them dry, Kyle. Suck my balls, Kyle. Well, excuse my French, Mrs. Marsh, but you can suck my fat, hairy balls.
Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Your hairy butthole.
What is that?
It's my balls.
God damn it, Cartman! How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? Holy shit, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls. My balls, suck them dry.
Suck My Balls, a South Park review. I, of course, am your host in the heat, and I can't be beat. I'm the guy who's high, where the air is so dry. Ya boy, M.S. G. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Matthew_Sheffer. Each and every week, I'm joined by two guys who love to live out their lives, who love to travel around the world looking for their next wife. Maybe, or not, because singles being great, and it's always good to go on a lemonade. Anyway, I'm your boy. And of course, each and every week, I am joined by my first compadre on the ship, my first sailor mate, the Tombout. Oh my goodness, it's the Scoop Jackson.
Scoop dance.
Talking about the Scoopster.
My voice cracked before Joe's.
Yeah, you already did it. You already fucked us. Talking about the Scoopster. We're back for another edition. Of course, he's back on the scene. He's looking mean. He's feeling extra clean. He's don't get him mad or he'll turn green. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Duty Joe Vernulo. What's up, Joe?
Not much.
How you doing? Feeling good?
I didn't realize I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
I'm good. This is your official theme song, so I mean,
Can't stop, won't stop.
I dig my official team, but like I didn't realize I looked so mean.
no, I mean sometimes you do, yeah.
He's just jealous.
Yeah, that's why we're not on video anymore. People complain. They were like, Joe looks mean. And I was like, I know. He's a scary person. And they were like, I don't want to see his face anymore. So that's why we stopped doing videos. So there's the real...
That's I'm
I broke kayfabe.
glad I'm just now hearing this.
I broke kayfabe. I was trying to spare your feelings because I'm a nice guy like that. But you had to bring it up.
I would rather know. I would rather know I have resting bitch
You've
face.
got to work on that. I don't know what you need to do, as Will Ferrell said in Step Brothers, but do your best to work on your face.
Because I just want to.
I just want to punch you in the face. You're doing a great job. You're killing it here, but I still want to punch you in the face. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Suck My Balls, a South Park review. This is episode number 110 as we move forward, as we march on to episode 111, our celebration episode with special guest appearances by people. So check it out, and you will enjoy it.
It's gonna be
up next. That will be all about the Mormons.
You have to get your tickets in advance.
It's going to be all about the Mormons. And we got a Mormon right here who's been on the podcast, or former Mormon, active Mormon on the podcast, Ian Colano, a.k.a. Scoop Jackson. So it's good to have him here, as well as we also had the Red Hot Catholic Love episode with Joe, True Catholic. So you're getting all perspectives right here on Suck My Balls. And if you missed any episode, you can go back and check out our litany. That's right, over 100 episodes recorded on podcast audio form, as well as you can check it out on YouTube. Just check out Suck My Balls, a South Park review. Also, shout out to you, the listener. If you'd like to send in your feedback to the show, you can send it at suckmyballspod@gmail.com. You can still send in your congratulatory, your roast, your 15 seconds of fame, whatever you want to say about episode 111 that's going to be dropping. So send that over to suckmyballs@gmail.com. Before we get started, yesterday, I called Rome. I was like, hey, what's up, Rome? You want to hang out? And he was like, oh, I'm actually at my fam's house. and he has me on speaker, and Derek gets on, which is Rome's stepdad, and he goes, "Hey, what's up, asshole? How come you don't want to come over here and hang out with me no more? I listened to your podcast. I listened to Suck My Balls," and I was like, oh shit. So shout out to Big D. Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Hey,
And
that's pretty dope.
I will try and go over it at some point, but it's busy, and then I work and stuff like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you're here to listen to South Park Reviews. This is season 7, episode number 11. 7-11 is what this is.
7-11.
And it's a cult classic. I mean, we have to admit, as we're continuing to march forward in this linear fashion of reviews, that season 7 so far is a banger. There's been so many good episodes in this season.
Total.
Oh man, season 7 is my
And
top
there's
favorite seasons.
I mean, it's great. And we're not even into the next season, which is season 8, which a lot of people, for the longest time, I didn't like season 8, episode 1, which is fun, good times with weapons. I did not like that episode for so long because I felt so long for Butters. But then once I got really heavily into anime, I fucking love that episode.
Oh, that episode is
I cannot wait to review that. Of course, shout out to Andrew Soto, who does covers of South Park music and stuff like that on his channel. Go to YouTube. He did a cover of Protect My Balls. Let's Fighting Love. Anyway.
Let's Fighting Love.
Let's Fighting
Such
Love.
a banger.
Such a banger. All right, so let's get into this. This is Casa Bonita, guys. Casa Bonita. Food and friends and fun for all.
Casa Bonita.
I think it's relevant to start off this episode by saying, Joe, we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast before, but Casa Bonita is coming back. And not only is it coming back, it was purchased by the creators of South Park, that being Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
They also announced on South Park Day, too. They announced it in an interview with the governor, which is probably one of the most baller things you can do. But the really cool, and Matt and Trey had tried to buy it before, and the owners just weren't doing it. And then the pandemic came, and they were just about to, or they did file for Chapter 11. I can't remember which. And it was you were still out here at the time. You remember how many people in town were just like, oh shit. And then how many other people, and then how many of the same people and other people were like, well, why don't they just let Matt and Trey buy it?
Right. No, that's a good point.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, so I would have to agree with that notion. I think what's interesting is that, of course, you're still in Colorado. You, of course, run live events and promotions. Is there an opportunity for you to maybe reach out to Casa Bonita's department, see if maybe we could book some live pro wrestling inside Casa Bonita?
Oh, shit. Or
in the parking lot.
Or host a film
snap.
a podcast.
I had never thought of that before.
That would, of course, liaison
just
to the
have
podcast.
have someone do a cliff dive spot, instead of cliff diving, it's
why not?
A Michinoku driver or something. Something
it would be
really
professional
stupid.
wrestlers.
That's
what I'm saying. You should reach out to them.
Yeah, some kind of.
And not only that, then we can liaison it with our podcast, and then they could be on your podcast. And then once they're on the podcast, I don't care what happens to their show after that, because mission accomplished. We talked to Matt Stone, Trey Parker. Okay, but we'll keep doing it.
Wrap it up, boys. That's a show.
Yeah, we'll keep doing it. But at that point, I'm just gonna be like, mission accomplished.
We made it.
We did it. All right, so let's talk about Casa Bonita. The episode itself is season 7, episode number 11, and is a classic episode because Cartman goes to great lengths. He's going to show his pure depths of evil, in which he will take to get what he wants. And in this case, he wants to attend Kyle's birthday party, as Kyle chooses Stan, Kenny, and Butters to celebrate his birthday at Casa Bonita. And when Cartman finds out he's not involved, as I mentioned, he's going to arrange for Butters to conveniently go missing. So it starts out with Kyle arriving at Stan's house and announcing to the other boys that as a birthday treat, his mother is taking him and 3 friends to Casa Bonita. So let's go ahead and unravel how this starts out. All right, here we go.
Dude, I wonder where Kyle is. Maybe he caught a disease and died. That'd be so awesome. That's not funny to joke about that. Whoa. Who's joking?
You're joking.
You guys, I have awesome news. You have AIDS? No. This Saturday for my birthday, my mom says she's taking me to Casa Bonita in Denver, and I get to invite 3 friends.
Foreshadowing.
Wow, Casa Bonita? Woo-woo! What's Casa Bonita? Dude, haven't you ever been there? It's a big Mexican restaurant, but they have cliff jumpers and Black Bart's Cave and all kinds of stuff. It's like the Disneyland of Mexican restaurants. This Saturday,
There it is.
Casa Bonita, food food and fun in a festive atmosphere. Casa
Food and fun and
Said I'm
friends
inviting
of
you.
atmosphere. That's the song.
Emotional damage.
Your mom said you could take 3 friends.
Yes, 3 friends. You're not my friend.
Rick.
Well, come on, Kyle. Who the hell else are you going to take besides Stan and Kenny?
I'm gonna take Butters. He invited me to his birthday party last month, so I owe him one.
Butters? You're going to take that butthole? Why?
That
Butters
butthole?
isn't a total dick to me.
I have never been a dick to you.
I love this montage.
Oh, please. All you ever do is call me names and rip on me for being Jewish.
Kyle, when have I ever ripped on you for being a Jew? Oh, yeah? Well, you're a stupid Jew.
You're a Jew.
Shut your goddamn Jew mouth. Good job, Jew. 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 You're Jewish.
Dude, he's Jewish.
Jew. 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 I told you Jewish people don't have rhythm. Okay, except maybe for that one time.
You've always been a
That
dick to me, Cartman, and I'm not inviting you.
time.
Kyle, you don't understand. Casa Bonita is my most favorite place in the whole world. I'll just die if you don't take me, please.
Sorry, my mind's made up.
Well, you, Kyle. I don't want to go to your faggy birthday party anyway. I'd rather hang out at home than have to be around you and your Jew mom for a day. Kiss my balls, asshole.
Kiss my butt.
Kiss.
I'm sorry, Kyle.
Dude, I totally didn't mean that, Kyle. I really want to go to Casa Bonita. I'm sorry we had that fight just now. You know, I mean, I said some things, you said some things. I think it was good. and we
It was
moved past
good.
I'm not inviting you to Casa Bonita.
Fuck you,
Well,
Kyle.
you, Kyle. I hope you die. I hope you die.
One of the best scenes in this video.
What a way to start that episode. So as you heard there, Kyle explained that he's not going to take Cartman with him to the birthday party. And as I'm watching this with Scoop, I was making this analogy. I was like, okay, first off, you got to invite Cartman. How do you not invite Cartman to this thing? I mean,
I was gonna say the same thing. Like if Butters had invited Kyle, would Kyle have still felt obligated to bring Butters? And if not, would he have brought Butters or would he have brought Cartman instead?
That's a good point. I think what's interesting here is I was mentioning to Scoop. I said, look, we know Eric Cartman. We know the great lengths he will go to get what he wants. So why would you, as Kyle, set yourself up in this position? Why would you also know that you hang out with Cartman regularly, right? So we've talked about Clyde in the past. Clyde has said, you, sir, have mocked Cartman before. And he recognizes that Cartman will go to whatever lengths he deems necessary to get what he wants. Case in point, later in the Jimmy episode with the fish sticks. Just give him half, Jimmy. Just give him half, right? So, how the hell do we not recognize here, Kyle? Just you shouldn't mention it at that point. Then don't mention it in front of Cartman, because if you mention it now, he's gonna do whatever it takes to get to this Casa Bonita birthday party event, and it's gonna start with him by, of course, having a nightmare. He's having a nightmare about not being able to go to Casa Bonita. And then after having that nightmare itself, he sets out now on a campaign to prove how nice he is, or how he's trying to be nice. So he shows up at Kyle's house first wearing a sweater, and Kyle's like, "That's not it, dude." And Cartman's like, "What's it?" He's like, "That's dressing up nice is not, or dressing up does not mean you are nice." And Cartman's like, "I don't understand the difference." I was like, "I know you don't." And then he slams the door. I know you don't. So then his next step now, he's at school, is to talk to Jimmy. And he asks Jimmy how to teach him how to be nice. And he's going through the steps here. And, Jimmy's explaining to him, it's not something you can just learn in your heart, or it's not something you can just learn how to be nice. You just have to naturally be nice. And in doing so, he's going to end up beating up Jimmy. So I want to play this scene here because it's hysterical.
Wait up! Dude, I need your advice on something. Well, sure, Eric. What seems to be the... Well, everybody likes you, Jimmy, and you seem to be really good with people. So I was wondering if you could tell me, how do you act nice to people? Well, the best thing is not to act nice, Eric. The best thing is to be genuinely nice. Okay, so how do you act genuinely nice to people? Well, Eric, part of being nice is just making people smile and laugh. The best way to do that is by telling a fantastic joke or a humorous anecdote. Like what? Well, try this one on for stories. Knock knock. Who's there? Igmar Bergman.
He sees Kyle now in the hallway.
Now you say, Igmar Bergman who?
Igmar Bergman who?
Take that, Jimmy! And that! And don't you ever talk bad about Kyle again! Kyle is my friend! And if you say you had sex with his mom one more time, I'm gonna really let you have it. You hear me? Oh, Kyle. Hey.
Hey.
You really think that beating up a handicapped kid is being nice?
Hey, Kyle! Knock knock!
There it was.
Oh, goodness gracious. So after lunch now, Cartman talks to Kyle, right? He's going to say that he's sorry for all the past abuse he's inflicted upon him and says that he hopes that they could still be friends despite the predicament. Now, Kyle actually does believe him and says that this is actually what I was waiting for. I was hoping that you'd say I can invite someone to a birthday party without getting upset, right? And so in doing that, he says to Cartman, or I guess as I pointed out to Scoop, he slips up. He says, if Butters for some reason is unable to go, then Cartman can go. And I was like, oh, you fucked up. You shouldn't have said that. Because the moment you said that, you just gave Cartman the key to figure out how to come to your birthday party.
The out.
No, and see, I think Cartman may have had that all planned out from the second he found out he wasn't going.
Well, yeah, as soon as he approached him here in the hallway here, let's listen to this scene.
Hey, Kyle. Well, what? How are you going to try to get invited to Casa Bonita this time?
I'm not, Kyle. I know you already told Butters he could go.
Oh, well, yeah, I did.
So, fine, Kyle, but honestly, I never meant to make you feel like you didn't matter at all to me. I know we argue all the time, and I give you tons of crap, but we've also been through a lot together, and maybe that alone doesn't make us friends, but it makes us something.
He's right.
So, whatever, just, I hope...
Yeah, he has a decent point there. It makes him something.
Yeah, he does.
I'm still not inviting you to Casa Bonita.
No, I think
I know, Kyle.
he knew the outcome of this.
Hey, Cartman. You really don't care that you can't go?
I care, sure, but I hope it doesn't mean you and me and Stan and Kenny can't hang out anymore.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear from you all along. I still have to take Butters, but I hope things can be cool, too.
Good.
And hey, if for some reason Butters can't go to Casa Bonita, you can take his place.
Sweet, whatever.
Sweet, whatever.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And there's the end. That's the end he was looking
my God, it's hysterical. So now, after this, knowing that he now has a way to do it, Cartman, of course, he's going to take advantage of Butters. And he's going to trick Butters into thinking that a meteor about the size of Wyoming is about to hit Earth, and arranges for him to go into hiding to escape the disaster. So he has Butters come over, has him look through a telescope. We don't need to play this whole scene, but it's pretty funny. He's like, meteor's coming, Butters, the meteors. We have to get out of here, Butters. So they end up going to Jimbo, Stan's uncle's, a bomb shelter, which is filled with food and water. And of course, he's going to try and hide Butters there to save, the rest of the mankind, if you will. So let's get to the part where he runs over into the bomb shelter portion here and hides them. It's pretty funny.
According to my calculations, that meteor's gonna hit Earth in less than 4 hours.
Oh, you mean we're gonna die?
No, Butters, we are going to live. Do you hear me? We are going to live. We've got to find a bomb shelter.
Where is there a bomb shelter?
Stan's Uncle Jimbo. He has a bomb shelter in his backyard. Come on, Butters, hurry.
Uncle Jimbo.
Here we go. Bomb shelter's
Stan's
down
Uncle
here.
Jimbo's got a pretty nice house there, you saw?
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
All right, we should be safe in here. There's dried food and water to last us for weeks.
But what about everyone else? I have to tell my parents so they can come here too.
No, Butters, I can't let you risk it. I'll go up and get the others.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure of anything. Now, Butters, listen. No matter what happens, no matter what you hear, do not come out. If I don't make it back in time with the others, then it will be up to you to repopulate the Earth.
But I'm the only one down here. What am I supposed to repopulate with?
Well, with your wiener.
Well, you need a chick, dude.
Just stay down here until you hear word from me. And pray, Butters.
Or something with a vagina. I don't know. Something with a vagina.
That PETA episode, you know what I'm saying?
That PETA episode. You're right, exactly.
Some
Something with
nastiness
a
over
vagina
there,
could
you know.
fucking kill me. Kill me. Vote or die, motherfucker, die. I like it when you vote, bitch. Okay, anyway, back to this episode. So now,
Speaking of season 8.
exactly. Coming up next season. So on Saturday night now, everyone is ready to go, and Butters has not shown up. Cartman arrives to give Kyle a birthday present, and then minutes later, Steven and Linda show up, tearfully asking if they have seen Butters. Now, in the midst of this, Kyle's like, hey, Butters never showed up, Cartman. Do you want to go with us? And Cartman's like, what do you mean Butters never showed up? I guess I could go. All right, yeah, let's go. So, just as they're about to leave, then the Stotches show up, and you got Mrs. Stotches crying hysterically. This time they didn't abduct their kids. It wasn't their fault. As it was on Bennigan's. Everyone loves its Butters. That's me. Anyway, so Kyle decides to postpone the party for now, so that way they can go, look for Butters, because it doesn't feel right to go and party and enjoy themselves now once they find out Butters was missing. The policemen state that they will be checking for bomb shelters as well later on, which is going to be bad news for Cartman, because Cartman basically hides him in there for a couple days and he continues to get away with it. But eventually the police are like, yeah, we're going to check the bomb shelters here. And he's like, oh, crap. So now he's got to figure out a way to get Butters out of the bomb shelter safely without the cops finding him. So here's that scene where he goes and gets Butters.
Ooh, girl, baby, please come home. Ooh, Eric, is that you?
Fucking Chicago.
They're coming! They're coming! We've got to get out of here! They're coming this way!
Who's coming this way?
The cannibals! Don't you know? The meteor destroyed our society, Butters. Now Earth is ruled by packs of wild humans gone mad. Those of us who survived are now being hunted by flesh-starved cannibals.
Oh, God, I hate cannibals.
They're coming this way. I can hear them. They'll find you down here for sure, and when they do, they'll eat you alive.
No!
We gotta get you out of here, come on! Oh, no, wait, I forgot! The toxic radiation! Hey, wait, we can use this box. There we go. That should keep you protected from the toxins.
But I can't see nothing.
Believe me, Butters, you don't want to see what's up there. Now, come on, I'll guide you to a safer location. There you go. 2 more steps and you're at the top. Good.
Are we out in the destruction?
Yes, there's nothing but smoldering bodies all around you. Burnt out buildings and what used to be our town.
Oh, man.
All right, this way, Butters. Just follow the sound of my voice. Right now, we're walking by what used to be people's houses. Now just smoldering burnt piles of rubble.
Oh, it's terrible.
Coming now to the crater where the meteor hit.
As if you
A
can
hole in
see
the
it.
earth over 2
My
miles in diameter.
goodness.
Whoa.
My goodness, Butters.
Here we are at the old gas station. It survived a lot of the impact. We might be safe here. Oh my God!
What?
It's a cannibal! Stay
It's
back,
not a cannibal for those listening. Okay.
Got to fight them off!
It's Cartman.
Stay away from Butters! He's humanity's last hope! Ah! He bit me!
He bit my
off my
hand.
hand! Oh God, he's eating my hand like a piece of chicken! Can you hear the bones crack?
Does he break sticks?
No!
Wait, look here! There's a dead body with an axe in the back! I'll pull out the axe and use it to cut off the cannibal's head! Die!
Ooh, what happened? What happened?
The cannibal's dead, Butters. But he bit me. Soon I will have a thirst for human flesh as well.
Oh, no.
We have no choice, Butters. We have to lock you away somewhere where even I can't get to you.
Where?
Look, there's an old refrigerator. Get inside, Butters. I'll break off the handle so nobody can get to you.
Are you coming?
It's too late for me.
Too late
I
for
can
me.
already feel my body start to change. No, must fight it. Don't open this door for anybody, Butters. No matter what you hear, stay inside for 4 days.
For 4 days.
Here's some
4
water and
days.
food from the shelter.
Eric, you're the best friend in the whole world.
Poor Butters.
I love you.
Like,
I just... oh, you look so delicious. Must eat your brains.
And then Cartman ends up ripping off the handle and locking Butters inside. So eventually, though, what's going to happen right there at the end of this scene is Butters is now in this refrigerator that Cartman has taken the handle off. Cartman continues now every day waking up. He's got a little calendar where he's counting down the days to Casa Bonita. So it's at this point now Butters in this abandoned refrigerator. Seconds after Cartman leaves, a garbage truck comes and dumps Butters into the Park County trash dump. Now Butters gets out, thinks that this dump is the remains of Earth, and then he finds a dog. And then he starts to build a new civilization. And eventually he's going to meet a junkyard woman as well. But let's find out here what happens when Butters first comes out of the trash can. Or, sorry, out of the refrigerator here.
Finally, I can breathe. Oh, my God.
He sees all this trash.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
some
the
of those
meteor
old-
took out everything.
fridges were like air sealed.
It's all destroyed.
He would have
Nothing
died.
left.
You're right.
Especially
Yeah.
with that handle. The click.
Are there any other survivors? Hello? Oh, that must have been where the library was. And that was probably the school. Hello?
In 5 feet of each other.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta watch out for radioactive cannibals. Is that a cannibal? Sir? Ma'am? Oh, it's a little dog.
There's a
Well,
little
hello,
dog.
Mr. Dog.
So Butters finds a little dog there, as we mentioned. And then afterwards, now the boys, they're on their way to Casa Bonita. And the kids are excited. Even Cartman's like, here, we'll play the little bit of this scene here. Because Cartman's like excited to go to Casa Bonita. And then he ends up saying, fuck Kyle. So it's pretty good. All right, here's how that scene opens up here.
Bill,
Really? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty
So,
cool.
should we go to Black Bart's Cave first or watch the puppet show? I think we should go through Black Bart's Cave right away because we're going to want to do it 7 or 8 times. And then we'll watch the Cliff Divers before the puppet show. Dude, it's Kyle's birthday.
Dude,
We
it's
should do
Kyle's
whatever
birthday.
he wants to do. What? Kyle.
Everybody in the car is like, "Oh my god!"
Just kidding. Birthday joke. Of course we do whatever Kyle wants. Happy birthday, Kyle. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Kyle's so
birthday
good.
to you.
Cartman's so good at manipulating just to turn it back around.
dear Kyle. Happy birthday.
There's a fucking sign that says, "Have you seen this kid? Butters, he's been gone for a week now." Okay, now here comes the lady at the dump.
It's been a little longer than a week. It's almost been a month.
No, it's 7 days.
Seven
He
in
Butters
total?
wait 5 days to try to go to Casa Bonita. That was the whole point of the wait of the week.
I just have to say, let me say it to you.
Sure.
Hello?
Ah! Who are you? Are you infected?
With what?
You're not a cannibal, are you?
No.
Oh. Oh, good. You're a survivor like me. Look, Mr. Dog, another survivor. And it's a lady, too. That means we can repopulate the Earth. Yippee!
Kid, what are you doing here?
I'm rebuilding society. Here, take a look.
Butters got to
This
work,
is the
though.
library, and over here's the bank. That over
Yeah,
there
you
I'm
did.
thinking of making into a PF change. Or
This man made a whole city.
is a memorial to
cardboard.
Eric Cartman,
Memorial.
the person who
In-
gave
in
his
like
life
what,
so
a
that I
day?
can rebuild society.
7 days.
Well, man,
Oh,
I
he's
guess
been
we
in the
should start
dump for
with
7
Well,
days?
he's been there for at
And
least
the PF
4,
chains.
at least 4 now. Because when he put him in the
I'm
dump,
ready
he said,
whenever you
"Don't
are."
come out for 4 days." Garbage
Kid,
truck
I
picked
don't
him
know
up,
what
dumped him
you
in the
think
dump.
is going
Oh,
on,
yeah.
but this place is a dump.
Hey, that's not very nice. This is my first society.
Okay, let's go
I'm
back
doing
there. I
my
want to hear
best.
that.
No, I...
Memorial to Eric Cartman, the person who gave his life so that I could rebuild society. Well, man, I guess we should start repopulating the Earth, huh?
Drops the pants.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Kid, I don't know
Kid's
what you
ready.
think is going on, but this place is a dump.
Hey, that's not very nice. This is my first society. I'm doing my best.
No, I mean you're at the garbage dump. Town is right over there. Everybody is fine, and I
Ah,
think
poor
they've been looking for
Butters.
you for over a week.
He's got his pants down.
Mm.
Butters.
Yeah. Man,
Ma'am, can I use your phone?
So, and to use a wrestling term there, Joe, I guess Butters was shown ass there for sure.
Yeah.
But you brought up a good question, so let's review the timeline here. So he finds out that he wants to go to Casa Bonita with Butters, right? He locks Butters in the bomb shelter.
For 3 days, right?
Hold on. He blocks Butters in the bomb shelter. The next day or the next whatever night, his parents
Right,
come over and
which
said
one?
Butters did not come home the next day. So that's now 1 day. So then we know about a day later, he goes back. So now we're at 2 days. And then he tells Butters, don't come out for 5 days, right?
The radiation.
Then the next day he comes back after finding out they're going to look in the bomb shelter. Now with 4 days left, he then takes Butters over to the old gas station and locks him in the refrigerator. 5 minutes after that, though, the garbage truck pulls up and takes Butters to the dump. So it's safe to assume he's been at the dump for at least 6, now going on 7 days.
Yeah, my man's been gone for almost a month.
That's not a month. That's 6, 7 days. Where are you getting your math for a month?
He goes in for a day, right? And then he has to sit in there for the whole week.
No, he didn't go in there for a day. Cartman came back day 4. He said, don't come out for 5 days. But then he comes back the next day and
Doesn't
says,
matter.
he comes
Calm
out
down.
that
I don't
no, I'm
even
trying to
really
establish
care.
the timeline. So if people are getting confused, you jumped into a month. I don't know how you got there. He says, don't come out for 5 days. But then he's all excited the next day when he wakes up. He says 4 days till Casa Bonita. But then the cop says, now we're going to check bomb shelters. Then he goes and grabs Butters. It's only been a whole week. He's going day after day and then grabbing Butters until he gets him at the dump. Or he's left at the dump, for 4 days. It's only been a week at most.
Yeah, because they waited 7 days to go to Casa Bonita, and Butters gets found on the same day that they're going to Casa Bonita. So he's
Right.
only been gone 7 days because,
It just seems like a month.
yeah, it
Butters
seems
just got
longer.
to work. He just got to work in that week, man, or at least in the 4 days
Yeah.
he's at the dump so far. Because
In those 4 days, yeah. He spent about 4 days in the dump,
Yeah.
you're right. But, yeah, he was only gone for 7 days because it was I always assumed it was Saturday morning or afternoon that Cartman put Butters in the bomb shelter.
right.
Because I don't think Steven and Linda, despite Linda trying to kill him at one point, would wait a whole day for Butters to not come home before looking for him.
Yeah, logically too, if they were going to go the next night, it was probably a Friday after school. He locked him, like after he was showing the meteor thing, and then then the very next day he showed up to give Kyle his birthday present and they said Butters hasn't been home since last night. So he have to be.
I didn't hear the last night part.
Yeah, when the Snot just said that.
So yeah, you're right. Then it is Friday. So then you're right. He's in there for 8 days. He's in there from Friday night and gets out the following Saturday night.
He spends 2 days in the bomb shelter, and then 4 to 5 days at the dump. You know what I'm saying? Depending, between the transferring and whatnot. Anyway, let's wrap up the episode now, as we mentioned there. Because Butters is now embarrassed. Can I have the phone, please? So he makes a phone call, and now everyone has arrived at Casa Bonita here. And unfortunately for Cartman, he's going to get found out. But that's not going to stop him from enjoying a little bit of reprieve here. He got here. He got to Casa Bonita. He's going to get what he wants.
We're here! Casa Bonita! Oh man, this is gonna be so great!
Wait up, Eric. We need to stay together.
But back here, I
That's
see
my
you.
cell phone.
Goodbye.
Hello? Yes? Oh, that's great.
He's all hyped.
Boys, they found Butters. He's okay.
Oh, Cartman's face changes.
I knew he'd turn up.
Yes, Eric Cartman is with us. Why?
The police are on their way, you little
really?
shit.
Oh, really?
Yes, I will certainly let him know. Thank
Fucking
you.
little shithead.
Well, it appears that Eric here is responsible for Butters missing because he wanted to go to Casa Bonita.
What?
Eric, the South Park police are already on their way here to have a little talk with you.
Uh-oh.
But Casa Bonita, I should have known better. You never cared about my birthday at all.
Waterfall in the background.
But stand back. Cartman, stop it.
This is down. He's got Kyle.
Cartman, stop it.
Like a hostage or something.
It's too late, fat ass. They'll be here in less than
I
a
like how
minute.
he throws Kyle, though.
Yeah.
Chucks him.
Oh, awesome.
He's just zero fucks right now. This is
Can I
awesome.
just eat some of your...
Runs up and eats the lady's tacos and fucking enchiladas off the guy's plate.
Back my skin.
And then runs across the table.
Excuse me. Come and back my skin. Oh, scary. Let me touch it. Oh, man, I'm so scared. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, cliff divers.
Cartman dances now, just like in his imagination.
Come on, dive.
Yeah,
Dive,
cliff
asshole.
diver.
Oh, awesome. That was cool, huh?
I like this part. He makes time to get his picture taken with the Western theme. Like, he stops to take this fucking jail picture.
My man
And he's
got
gonna go to
birds.
jail. That's funny. Like, he's gonna go to jail. What is he doing? He doesn't realize the irony.
Can I get some Southern Beyonce? Sweet.
Now the cops are gonna get too close to him. Can't eat these sopapillas.
Ah! Cartman! Where?
Runs to the top.
All right, kid,
There's
end
a
of
cliff.
the line.
Alright, kid.
Alright, kid, into the day. He jumps into the waterfall.
Jesus Christ!
Now he lays there.
Well, kid, you made an entire town panic, you lost all your friends, and now you're going to juvenile hall for a week. Was it worth it?
Totally.
Totally. Well, there you go, guys. That's your episode recap there of Season 7, Episode number 11 of Casa Bonita. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, provided by Spreaker as well, and the Big Boys Club. And we'll get into our trivia, we'll get into some pop culture and continuity. Not too much of that so we'll wrap this up, and then we'll talk about what we liked and what we disliked about the episode. We'll be right back. Bye. Subscribe to Suck My Balls, a South Park review on Spotify, Apples, iTunes, anywhere you want to download a podcast. Just type that in, subscribe to our feed, and you'll get the latest, greatest episode each and every week. You can also listen to us on YouTube and go back and watch some videos or any of our library. It's all there. Suck My Balls, South Park review. Hey guys, we just want to take this quick time out here just to recognize our sponsor. What's that? Well, who's our sponsor?
Baked Boys Club.
Baked Boys Club. TheBakedBoysClub.com.
The Baked Boys Club.
That's right, the Baked Boys Club. You can use our code SuckMyBallsPod and you'll save how much, Joe?
20 motherfucking%.
20.
You heard it right.
20%.
20%.
That's right, 20%.
2-0.
20. That's 1/5 off your order just by typing in Suck My Balls Pod at thebakedboysclub.com. What does the Baked Boys Club have? Well, they've got hats, They've got shirts. They've got stickers. Tons of different apparel. They've got mystery boxes. And if you use that code, according to Scoop, it brings it down to $49.95. So use Suck My Balls pod code at thebakeboysclub.com. Bake Boys, not just a brand, a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. That's right.
It's a lifestyle. I may have been too big to do that.
And we're back. Once again, a shout out to our sponsor there, thebakedboysclub.com. Use our code SuckMyBallsPod and you'll save 20% off your order. Bake Boys, not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. Joe, why don't you start us off with some trivia, and then Scoop, you can read some pop culture and some continuity stuff. Joe, what can you tell us about this episode?
Trey Parker has mentioned in the season 7 DVD commentaries that this was one of his favorite all-time episodes. I barely got a sentence into it, Scoop, so I owe you something. Eric Stowe, or Sta, I'm assuming with the way the name is based, director of animation and producer, is credited as Eric Leopold Stotch in this episode, referring to how Butters is based off him. When Butters is in the bunker and scrapyard, he sings If You Leave Me Now by Chicago, one of my favorite moments, just like kind of small moments in the entire series. As this episode shows Kyle's birthday, it can be assumed that he is either 9 or 10 from this point on in the series. Frederick Johnson's van is seen in the dump. You can go back into past episodes to wisen up on Frederick Johnson. Cartman sings the words Casa Bonita to the melody of La Cucaracha. And when Cartman dreams of Casa Bonita, Jarabe Tapatio plays. I hope I pronounced that right. You can send the complaints to the email. And the following episodes are shown in the montage where Cartman rips on Kyle for being Jewish. This is in order: Professor Chaos, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh, The Simpsons Already Did It, The Entity, obviously the version of Dreidel, Dreidel, Dreidel from Mr. Hanky's Christmas Classics.
They're super
Here
lame.
comes... Yeah.
Jews play stupid games. Jews, they're super lame. Oh, by the way, that's a song. We're not actually saying that. Go ahead.
Do the Handicapped Go to Hell? Little Crime Stoppers? Free Hat? Kenny Dies? Child Abduction Is Not Funny? Where were you when they built a ladder to heaven? Fun with Veal, Spontaneous Combustion, and it ends with Rainforest, Schmainforest.
By the way, before you read this next bit of trivia, I literally said this to Scoop. 2 episodes, he told Token if you walk out that door, and he calculated everything by pointing to Butters about Christianities and their money. And I was like, when Cartman does all this math, how does Butters just not instantly figure it out? Go ahead and talk about the calculations, though.
Right. Yeah, like when it's about to hit in 5 minutes, like the tides would have already changed and everything else, and anything the size of Wyoming would have been like, no matter where you are, what bomb shelter you have. The result of Cartman's calculations on how long it would take the meteor to collide with Earth is roughly 5.501408,748, assuming 10 to the first power is in base 10 and then converted into base 9.
Fuck math. Okay, literally, next up here, let's talk about references to pop culture. Scoop, why don't you break us down with some of those references, sir?
Casa Bonita is a real-world restaurant in Denver, Colorado. Usually, the restaurant allowed their unaltered name to be used on South Park. Unusually, the restaurant allowed their unaltered name to be used on South Park.
Well, for what I've learned just living in Colorado, and I'm pretty sure Joe can speak to this, even if you, like, say you didn't watch South Park, nobody in Colorado really shits on that show. Like, every time I told somebody I did a South Park review, they were like, oh, you do? You watch South Park? Like, so I think people get it. Like, that show is not really, like, doing a bad thing. And, you know, if you live in Denver, everyone seems to be more super liberal anyway, so I'm sure they're okay with the show calling out all the bull crap as it is, right? So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Parts of this episode may parody the Fallout video game series, which in turn takes several references from the film A Boy and His Dog, such as the post-apocalyptic world Butters thought he woke to and the dog he befriends, a possible reference to dog meat.
I don't know.
Cartman gives Butters a box of Chips Ahoy cookies, a parody of Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy.
And then for continuity, what do we got there?
Butters makes reference to this episode later in Awesome-O.
Awesome-O.
Cartman is finally invited to Casa Bonita along with all of his classmates in the later episode. You have 0 friends.
That's right. That is your references to pop culture and continuity here. So, Scoop, what did you like about this episode?
Cartman could have avoided this whole bullshit if he would have just captured Butters on the day that they were supposed to go to Casa Bonita instead of sitting them overnight. That's would have been smarter. But it starts off with some serious emotional damage between Kyle and Cartman when Kyle decides not to invite him, but then Cartman, being Cartman and all of his little past bullshits, his bingo moment.
Well, I mean, Kyle has every right to not invite him based
course.
on the friendship or the lack of friendship there, if you will.
Because, whole montage.
I think I don't know if we've ever talked about this before, but we've all had those group of friends where there's maybe 1 or 2 people in the group you don't like, but they're just there because they're friends of friends, right? So, or they're acquaintances, if you will. Like, I don't know. I've had that group where I'm just kind of like, well, I don't necessarily dislike him, but I also don't necessarily like him. He's just part of that group that I'm in, that I'm hanging out with. You get what I mean? Did you ever experience that in school and stuff like that, Scoop?
No, because I'm usually that guy.
You're usually what?
I'm usually the one that nobody likes.
Whatever, dude. No,
yeah, but no, I know what you're talking
about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, like there'd be a kid and, 4 or 5, I have 4 or 5 friends, but there's that one kid who's friends with one of those friends. So he's a tag along or he hangs out or he's maybe friends with 2 or 3 of the group of members. And then the other 2 or 3 members are like, well, he's cool, whatever. Like, I wouldn't necessarily invite him to my birthday party unless I had to. And so maybe that's what Kyle felt like in this situation, right? He didn't really want to invite him.
Yeah.
I mean, and as you pointed out there, all the references, Joe with just the Jew, we didn't even talk about. I mean, the name of the show is called Suck My Balls. How many times has Cartman told Kyle to suck his balls, right? Suck my balls, guys. Or fuck you, Kyle. Kiss my balls. Even right there. Fuck you, Kyle. Fuck you. Kiss my balls. So, like, clearly has it out for Kyle in multiple different fucking facets of the show. I mean, even the episode opens up. Wouldn't it be funny if Kyle got AIDS and died? That's not funny.
Foreshadowing.
Right, exactly. Twice now they've foreshadowed him trying to give him AIDS. It's a running gag there. Yeah. Anything else you liked about this episode, Scoop?
The way that Cartman moves Butters with a box over his head. He's the whole story he's telling him, and then the fight with the cannibal, and then throwing him in the fridge.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say the whole plot of Cartman's idea itself, the extreme level of detail he'll go through just so that way he can go to Casa Bonita. This is all about Cartman getting what he wants. Mm-hmm. This is not about us getting Xboxes. Everyone else, it's just there. Right? So, like, it's always about Cartman getting what he wants. Joe?
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
He's had the same conversation with 6 people.
He's going to betray you.
He's going to betray you.
Hey, why don't you shut the hell up?
Why don't you get the fuck out of my garden?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right, so that was what you liked. Or what did you like, Joe? Anything you liked that Scoop hasn't pointed out?
This is really Cartman at his most evil, besides Scott Tenorman and Scoop and I were talking about this before you jump back on the headset and everything. This is, other than turning the town against all of South Park's Jews and, killing off Scott Tenorman's parents, this is quite possibly the most evil thing Cartman has done, and it's for such a insignificant thing.
Yeah, I was like telling Scoop, I was like, why didn't he just ask his mom to take him to Casa Bonita?
Yeah, seriously. But they might be too broke, because she says that they don't have money and shit.
Still, I don't know. Then fucking Cartman can take a bus. He took a bus to the Pube Ferry to get the fucking pews. Come on, you can't take a bus down to Casa Bonita yourself, Cartman.
Fuck.
I'm just saying, if Cartman really wanted to go, he could have figured it out.
Forgot about that. I went to the pube fairy.
Anyway, I didn't dislike too much in this episode. I thought everything was really good top to bottom. I thought the Butter stuff was really hysterical. Just the naivety of Butters, the innocence there, especially at the end. Ma'am, can I please use your cell phone? As he's got his pants down.
Poor Butters.
Yeah, so there wasn't much I disliked. So I think that's it, guys. That's going to do it for another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls, my balls, suck 'em dry.
Suck My Balls, a South Park review. As I tell you each and every week, I'm the host in the heat and I can't be beat. I'm your guy who's high because the air is dry. Your boy, MSG. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Matthew. _Shaver. You can also follow us as a podcast at Suck My Balls Pod on Twitter and on Instagram, and South Park Pod on Facebook. As we mentioned, email us, suckmyballspod@gmail.com. Send us in your voice audio clips, 15 to 60 seconds, and we'll feature you on the 111th episode. Scoop? Any last parting words for you today?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter.
Oh boy, here we go.
I got a Twitter now, folks. I don't know what my handle is.
Well, then how are they going to follow you?
I'm trying to figure it out. God damn it,
Joe! How? What's going on in your world?
You can follow me on Twitter at JVVernola. PrimosProWrestling.net to stay up to date on all that stuff. We will be at the Roxy Theater February 6th. Tickets are on sale now on the Roxy Theater's website. Just go to roxydenver.com. And to rip off Jerry Springer, be good to yourself and each other.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another edition of Shake My Bass. We'll be back next week for our 111th episode. And by God, it's all about the Mormons. We'll see you later. Bye.